Welcome, everybody.
And thank you for taking time out of your lives to be here tonight to listen to our story and to see if we can help you in any way. I just want to say that one of our strap lines, or one thing we've always said with Pathway Teaching, is our job is to empower people to empower themselves. And there's nothing greater, it gives us greater pleasure that when people start to walk their path, find their true selves. And that's what this journey is about. It's not about us, it's about you. It's about empowering you, giving you the tools that we can give you to help you on your journey.
Yeah, and thanks, Paul. For both of us, it's been a real life-changing journey, the connection to shamanism. Paul taught me everything I know. And for my own journey, and for some of you, you might not recognize your calling. And then it's with hindsight that you get the real clarity as to why things have happened in your life the way they've happened. And to me, shamanism gives you a connection to, it's like Great Spirit, God, love, whatever you want to call it, in the here and now, the Mother Earth, in a way that grounds you. And it's like they become your friends and your helpers and beings that you really feel and know are there. Because one of the main aspects of the journey is moving from the head into the heart and opening the heart to be able to feel everything, and to understand what your unique soul medicine is, be it celestial medicine, be it earthy, be it there's many different types of soul medicine, and the shamanism helps clear the way to plant the roots to help whatever soul medicine is unique to you to grow from your heart. I think that's, to me.
You just reminded me there as you were saying that, I always say to people that end up on in our shamanic platforms, in our courses, you didn't find shamanism, shamanism found you. So there's something in your soul, something in your heart calling you here tonight. And as Melly was saying about bringing you from your head to your heart, I remember being with my teacher a long time ago in the woods out in Northernmore, the tears running down my face, and St. Pete, what's this all about? And he said, Paul, this is a journey to find your true self, to find out who you really are, to connect with your soul, to connect with your essence, to be your true self. Because in life, we become actors. We act one way with our family, different ways with different people. And the reason we do that lots of times is because we perceive people see us in a way, and we act out that action to be that way. And sometimes it's subconscious, as she's saying, but when we peel back the layers and we come to be our true self, we can stand in our own power and be ourselves. And I believe that when we do that, we give courage to other people to stand in their power and to walk their path as well. So,
and also just to say, so on this course, the way we work with every group is the people on the group and your connection to your higher self and your team of guides will also guide us. So every course is different.
So when we were just talking about, what does the course include, and we just get into it a little bit and explain it to you. So it's a journey from the head to the heart, basically. So lots of times, we're stuck in our ego mind, in that fearful mind, and that thing. We get intuitive thoughts, but we don't listen to our intuitive thoughts. Our intuitive thoughts are coming from our soul, from our higher self, from that aspect of us. And sometimes because there's a lot of fear-based stuff around our thought forms, because we've been conditioned through school, through religion, through all the different aspects of life, that we've lost out. We don't really know who we are. So it's peeling back them layers to bring us into a more centered, grounded, beautiful place with ourselves.
Yeah. And it also, one of the aims is to help you connect and align with your soul and further open your heart. So that's we hope that that'll kind of develop into a daily practice for you, where you just breathe in. Breathing, kind of grounding, centering is, especially for sensitive people, is actually really, really important, because grounding is one of the ways that you, without doing anything, you're less vulnerable. Well, you're vulnerable in that you feel things. You're able to feel things and them not impact you the same way as if you're ungrounded. So it's very, very important.
Yeah, like grounding to me is a major aspect of anything, in that lots of people are channeling stuff and doing different things, but they're not grounded. And sometimes the stuff passed through you. And the way I kin that is, like, if a house is struck by lightning and there's no earthen rod in the house burns up. But if there's an earthen rod in the energy runs through and goes into the earth. So we have to have an energy cord that also connects us to the earth, and it makes us stronger in ourselves. And protection, lots of people talk about protection. I believe when we open our sacred space, our shamanic space, that when we stand in the middle of it, all our allies are around us and all our beings are with us and they protect us. And we'll be going into grounding in a fairly detailed way, and we'll be talking a bit about protection. But some people talk an awful lot about protection, and I believe when you overprotect, what you're doing is creating fear. So what you have to have between your allies, spirit allies, and you is a trust. You know that they're there to help you. You have to get out of the way and let them do it. So we'll be looking at that in greater detail.
And just to add to that, because that's exactly what I did. So my own spiritual journey was very, very dark, very heavy. I was born in the north and I've got very mixed ancestry. And part of my wake up was to deeply and fully experience the spirit world, both the darkness and the light, and to know the difference and to understand who was there, what their intentions were, and all that sort of stuff. So protection to me can be an evolution if you've had a similar journey, in that you firstly feel really, really, really unsafe. And then when you begin to embody your own soul, then you realize, oh gosh, it was all my own fear. The reason I'm protecting myself is just because of my own fear. And then when you become still, and you're about to do different work, you can then say, okay, beloved guides, beloved helpers, what do I need? What protection do I need? What does my energy field need right now? And always align it back to your I am presence, and then it'll always be done perfectly for you in any given moment.
Yeah, just another aspect of protection. Sometimes when people call in angels, call in guides, call in spirit guides, call in ancestors and things, we don't do it in the right way. When they don't do it in the right way, anything can come in. So we have very specific kind of little guidelines on things like that to make sure what comes in is of the highest realms, and that's there to suit you. Is teaching you all these little techniques. Then we'll be looking at tools, the different tools that we use to clear and hear yourself, clear your space, energy field, including we'll be doing basic dowsing and divining. Now with tools, an awful lot of people don't know this about the tools. There is a procedure with your tools that when you're working with them, you wake them up. And when you're finished with them, you put them back to sleep. Because everything has a spirit, everything has an energy. And we'll be showing you how to do that and how to work with the tools, make the tools become an extension of our energy, to awaken the energy within the tool, so that the spirit of the tool will do the work that it's meant to do for you. It's not that you're banging a rattle over someone and nothing is happening because you haven't aligned it or woken it up.
Yeah. Then we also do some work with the spirit guides and the spirit helpers. And this work also, sometimes you can need a guide exchange where, say, you've been, going along and your life's been fine, and then maybe you go through a spiritual wake up or something happens to you and you still have the same guides. Sometimes we need to do a guide exchange, and, sometimes the ancestors also need help to cross over. Paul does a lot of work with the ancestors. I tend to work more with the spirit guides. We've done many workshops with the ancestors.
Yeah, with the spirit guides and with the ancestors, some people make an attachment to a guide or an ancestor. And that guide and that ancestor might come for a period of time to do some work with you, but then it's time to go. But when you don't let them go, other ancestors or other guides will say, oh, I don't want to work with that person. I don't want to be trapped. Because sometimes people come in to do specific things, either to learn lessons from you or to teach you a lesson, then their job is to go again. And we'll be looking at all that as well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. So then we'll be looking, you know, setting up sacred space, working with the directions. And what's very important for me, you know, I'll teach you the directions in a certain way. There's 3 or 4 different medicine wheels that we could teach, but we teach a specific one because it's aligned to other work we do at other times. But when we open the directions in the south, the west, the north, and the east, we're opening the directions of the water, earth, air, and fire. And then there's emotions, and then there's physical aspect, and there's mental aspects, and then there's spiritual aspects to all that. But it's about you having an experience with that direction. It's about you meeting your ally, your power animal, and having an experience with that, so that when you are opening the direction, in whatever direction it is, you have a heartfelt connection to that direction. So your prayers might come in some way, but when they come from the heart and come from that, and you can feel that medicine and that energy in that place, you have a connection with it. So when we open our space and our sacred space, and we journey to the lower world, the middle world, and the upper world, the 3 basic worlds that the shamans journey to, and we'll teach you the energies and how to journey and get you to journey the lower world. Basically, we're journeying down in underground, and we journey to this beautiful land where we connect with a power animal. Power animal is a spirit guide as well. It's an animal that comes to work with you, to protect with you, and to guide you through the other worlds as you work with them. In the middle world, we work with the soul shepherd. The soul shepherd is half human, half animal, and he's just kind of a mediator between the 2 other worlds. But in the middle world is the here and now world, where we can journey to the future and journey to the past, and maybe be lucky enough to connect with some fairies and different elemental energies from Peter Pan's kingdom. Upper world is where we connect with spirit guides and ascended masters, and where we really go to look for stuff for wisdom and different things like that. And then there's other journeys that we may see how well you'll do on them. We could take you even farther, but they are the basic elemental journeys, and is to learn how to do them and how to perform in them and how to come back. And it is all the thing. It's the discipline of it. Okay.
Yes, and sometimes I'll be doing just meditations where I'll connect with the higher self of the group, like the I am presence of the group, and just be guided. So just be led as to what the group needs. The spirit guides show me what they need, and I just lead you to that and talk you through that, even through an audio or a video. So that will also be included.
Yeah, see here then, working with nature. You know, some of my best lessons, some of my best teachings have come from the Mother Earth, from the teachings I've got from the earth over the years. We'll be showing you how to stock awareness. I'll be running through the program just a little later, but all different things. Basically, you'll be talking to trees, plants, all that kind of thing, and don't forget, they have so much wisdom and so much connection and so much beauty, and they've been here for hundreds and hundreds of years, and they can bring all that wisdom and that beauty to you. And when you start talking to them and connecting with them in a way, you'll never look at them, you know, you look at them differently is the basic thing.
And we also do a little bit of work with water. Paul mainly works with the earth and the fire, and I work more with the air and the water. So there's a lovely balance to the elements within us to help you to connect with the elements within yourself.
Plants, stones, crystals, and elements. Like working with stones, people will say, you're crazy, why would you be working with a stone? But a stone has a spirit. And lots of times stones, they haven't been tumbled, they haven't been transported hundreds of miles in a thing, and you can pick up one and work with it, connect with the spirit of. We'll be initiating you to become a human crystal, and connect, as I said, connecting with plants. We'll see what that may take us. It may even take us to show you how to make remedies with the plants. We'll see if it comes up, it comes up.
Yeah, and throughout the course, really, if you can commit to it, because like it's designed to bring up your stuff, it's designed to push you through your pain, to hold you through that. So if you're looking to do a course just to kind of, relax and get some peace and connect with nature a little bit, it's not the right place for you. We really, really want to help you heal your soul.
Mhm.
We really do. We've been through the rawest places within ourselves, and that's where we're coming from. So
Mhm.
we understand what it's like to be there. And, so where we're coming from is really our intent is to really help you, empower you. And how does that happen? Well, it's about getting out of the way. So for years we've been getting out of the way to be of better service, to let the spirit through us. And this journey continues for both of us. And the journey of learning, of course, continues, and opening the heart continues. But essentially, if you can really commit, if you want to do the course, if you can really commit to it and say, okay, I'm ready, tune in and see what you feel. Yes, it's good if you feel a little bit of fear or you feel some resistance, because then you're really going to be able to commit to it because you can see both.
When you feel fear and anticipation and stuff like that, that's an energy saying in you or around you that don't do this. Whereas that's when you really got to do it, because you got to push past that barrier
Mm,
to work with that. And the other thing we'll be working with, and as Millie said it earlier, do a lot of work with the ancestors. The ancestors walk behind us. They're there to support us. And the thing is that we will be doing with you is connecting you to the lineage of your ancestors as well, because, you know, in all the medicine tribes in the world, the indigenous people, they're all connected to their ancestors, to their ancestral lineage. So they walk with their ancestors behind them. The teachings, the wisdoms, and the blessings come from the ancestors. And like as one girl said one time on a course with us, it isn't too long since we were ancestors, and it won't be that long till we're ancestors again. Kind of was a fair one with a big full stop in it that kind of woke me up. So if we can connect with our ancestors, work with our ancestors, then when we become an ancestor, hopefully we'll be able to work with whoever's here, or whatever our mission is in life. But there's big blessings in that, walking with the ancestors.
yeah. And what's so beautiful about it is that you're clearing it
Yeah.
for the lines ahead of you, for the children, you know, or any lines ahead of you energetically, even if in your soul, if you don't have children, or you also clear it back. So it's like, in the realms of spirit, there's no time. So sometimes we'll be on a journey and we'll get shown something. Oh, you have to do this first. So the way we work as well is we might have an idea and a set agenda, but when we go out into the journey and we're shown something, we know it needs to be done now. So we have a great respect for the spirits who come in to help us. We know they know, and that we're not the ones that know, because they share the sacred knowledge with us. And yeah,
Yeah, the thing,
so yeah.
one of the things we'll be looking at and encouraging you to do is to do ceremony. Ceremony to me is the most powerful way of praying. When you set time aside to set up your space, have a clear intention, and do your ceremony, be it in whatever way you want. I believe that when you do ceremony and you take time to prepare it and put the effort into it, the ancestors and the spirits see that you're serious and they listen to you. And we've had some magic happen in ceremony
Yeah.
with different people, with different things going on, different issues. So where they say three people are gathered, magic happens. So we'll be looking at that. So what did you say about the course involves? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the course involves, we'll be looking at what is shamanism. We'll be talking about the shamanic. Yeah, lineage. I'm probably repeating some of it. Can anyone become a shaman? Great Spirit, what is it? And we feel that's important that we define the thing about spirit. initially at the start, because when you talk about spirit, sometimes people, they talk about spirit, but they don't really have a basic understanding of what spirit is. So it's to get that foundation right and connecting with it, of course. Grounding, as I've already said, is a very powerful thing. Will be connecting you to your sacred space, ceremony. To me, and I talked about us doing ceremony for people, seeing the magic happen within that ceremony. And the reason the ceremony was powerful was because of the community. We're very big in community. Barry will tell you, Melanie will tell you. So when we set up our courses and things, we set up maybe a WhatsApp group or something so that they can communicate with each other. And then they kind of try to help each other. That's to empower them to do that. We're always at the end of the line. But when you come together, if you come together to do this course, you will become a community. And when we work together in community to do ritual, to do ceremony, to do whatever it is, it doesn't matter where you are in the country or in the world, the power of the intention is so powerful when it's supported by community that come from a heartfelt space with the intention of whatever it is to be done to help that person. We talked about protection. We talked about shamanic tools, how to use them and how to wake them up. We'll be going through some simple healing techniques that we can teach online, which nature, working with the plant kingdom, connecting to the trees and stuff. Some of this will be, we will talk to you about it. We will send you some PDFs, but also we will do videos. And in the videos, what we have talked about, we will demonstrate. So you will see how it's done, the physical as well.
So there's some lives.
Some lives.
And then there's going to be pre-recorded lessons of video, audio, and PDFs as well.
Working with stones, making your human crystals, working with feathers, how to tickle each other, connecting with the ancestors, looking at what is an ancestor, and how, some little techniques to help you to heal them. Stalking awareness. Stalking awareness is when we go to nature with an intention and be able to be aware of the energies that are there. If there's something we're looking for, if there's an answer we're looking for, we might be drawn to a tree, a hill, a lake, somewhere where we can sit and hopefully the answer will come. Power places, we'll be talking about your power place, and we'll be doing some work in your power place to help you to connect with it. A bit of dowsing and divining. I'm going to teach you a technique, or we will teach you a technique as well about basic space clearing, because we'll be working with the sage and stuff like that, and we'll be showing you how to clear your room, to clear your house, just a very, very basic way to clear the energies in it. And, whatever else comes up will be done. And of course, we'll be opening a sacred space, connecting with the directions, journeys to the world. Oh, this is what you should be able to do in the end. Sorry, it's my mistake. Hopefully you'll be able to open your own space. You'll be able to connect with the directions and feel them. It, to me, is important. Journey to the lower, middle, and upper worlds. Be able to connect to your ancestral lineage. And we'll do a journey in that, maybe to connect you with an ancestor that will help you with that. Be able to meditate. Stalking awareness will be a thing where you're able to go to nature, connect with the trees and plants, basic divining, healing techniques, ceremony, show you how to do a fire ceremony, and basically the fundamental rules of setting up any other ceremony you want to work with, how to use and to work with your tools properly and take care of them. Working with stones, crystals, feathers, basic space clearing. And what may happen, these are all the items I've covered here, and we have covered, but other items may come up as well that we will cover on that. And that's, I think, a fairly basic comprehensive. Anything else to add on that?
Just to say, so this is the online part, and we'll do as much as possible. So it's going to be over 7 months with a live twice a month. So you can have questions, and they can always be covered during the lives. We feel that's very important, and then there will be pre-recorded lessons. Now, at the end, you do get a certificate saying you've done basically a foundation as a shamanic practitioner, you know, a basic foundation course. But in order to become the full shamanic practitioner, you really do need to attend an in-person retreat. And you'll know by the end of it. You'll know if you want to go on and complete the training, because some of it, we need to also see that you can do it and feel where you're at and, you know, what's going on with you. And really, some of the energy exchanges can only happen in person. So, but there's no doubt that I found working online amazing, especially when you're doing, like, you know, some celestial work through spirit. It really does work. It's amazing to do it online. So, yeah, and it's great for people further away, isn't it?
In Texas.
So we've set the price for 2026 is going to go up to 777 for the online, but we're going to have an early bird offer for next year of 555. We put it down, you know, just over 200 because we felt that was right because it's the first year running it. So it's going to be €100 to book and then 75 a month for 7 months, or you can pay the 555 in full. So that's the way it's going to be for the course. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can email us. If you feel like you're not sure and you want a little chat privately with us, we also do that because we realize it's a big commitment to people. You know, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you to everyone
Thank you so much
for
for
listening.
listening.
Thank you so much.